You're
Yeah, this is just gonna be casual, and I'm not a professional interviewer or anything like that. I'm just kind of getting your thoughts on this with how many games it takes to get to Eternus right now. First off, of course, congrats on making the first player there. I see a few
Mhm.
more got Eternus, but you beat him by quite a bit.
Yeah, it's been a long 3 days.
Yeah, I just kind of want to know like your journey there. There's a lot of games. Kind of pick your brain on how you view ranked and how you win as frequently as you do, because it's not just random, right? You won way too many games in a row. So like,
Well,
what are your top heroes you use to like get there, or what do you think about ranked?
the main thing is that I always picked what I thought was good for me personally. I know that a lot of people say that you should just pick a carry and just like AFK farm and then like you can carry your team, but I think the best way for me to play the game has always been just making space and talking to my team and also being a really good team fighter, right? So I gravitated towards Billy because Billy's probably one of the best characters in the game, like top three easily, and also he's one of the best like team fight and space creators in the game. You can use them so well to make space for your team and make it so that everyone else can do their job really well. And it's no coincidence that the second person who was also Eternus was also a tank player, captain in EU. I think that tank is just one of the best roles in the game if you're good at it for
Yeah,
carrying a game because you have the most control for like most of the game basically. Like carry is a good role once the game's at like 20 minutes or more, but the longer the game goes, or the early game is what matters a lot of the games, and if you can't play early game, then it's hard to be consistent.
with Billy, if for example you saw that your team was bad, I know Billy can flex as a side laner as well because he scales pretty well as well. Do you ever just take over a side lane if your team is bad, or do you always just say the same play style where you
Yeah.
create space?
A lot of times I will just take carry if I don't have a good enough carry or like I believe that I need to play scale. Like I was just side like an AFK farm. That's why my Billy build I have cultist for example because like you can farm on Billy. His farm is not even bad.
Yeah, yeah. I know he used
And
to
it's
be a
not even
position
like
too, so.
he's not like a horrible late game carry really. There's only a few characters that could be in late game, which is like I would say like McGinnis and Rafe probably.
Yeah. I know you mentioned you just calmed your team a lot. Do you think comms are essential to winning in ranked?
I think one of the most important things in ranked is being sociable. A lot of people just like full mute their mics and don't say anything to your team, and then they get mad and frustrated because their team's not doing what they want, or like they're just not happy with their teammates because like, oh my god, why am I stuck in this elo, right?
Yeah.
And the reality is that you have to look at yourself and look inward. You can't look at other people and complain about them and complain about like what they're doing because you can't change them, right? But you can change yourself. So, and plus, like, communicating just makes the game easier for you because most people, if you're nice about it, will do like whatever you ask, right? Like, if you just say something basic, like, "Hey, can you go get that wave?" or "Hey, can you buy this item?" Like, if you just are very simple and keep it like chill, like most people are willing to listen, right? There's very few people that are just gonna fly out, just be like, "No fuck, uh, uh no fuck you," right? Basically.
Yeah, I get you. Then how do you play around the teammates when they don't calm? Because I know, at least in my experience so far, there's a few where people dislike talking. Do you just take over and hope they listen, or do you change your play style if they don't calm?
Well, I just won't like direct towards them. Like, I would just like look at other people.
Okay, you just play off of whoever else does comms or reciprocates what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah. But like again, you can tell someone to do something and they won't do it. It's whatever. It's what it is. As long as you're doing the right thing is what matters. If you're doing the right thing in every situation, it's not. That's what's the most important thing, right? You can't really, like I said earlier, you can't look at other people. You have to always be the most consistent person. You're the
Yeah,
only person that's in every game.
true, true. I know you mentioned like you had a tier list made recently, correct?
Yes,
Do you think like the S tier heroes there are the ones you should be picking to grind in ranked, or do you have a top five?
yeah, I think that list is pretty accurate to like what I think are the best heroes to play in rank specifically. Um, I think that it's not completely accurate to competitive esports. Like for scrims and stuff like that, I would not recommend playing those heroes in that exact order.
Yeah,
And especially heroes like Wraith, I think are like very exposable when it comes to early game, right? In scrims, you'll see like, for example, you'll see if there's a Wraith lane, you'll just have three people in the lane. It's like a party lane, right? But in it's almost always like a strict 2v2 or even a 1v1 in your side lane once the game is like opened up, right? So
yeah.
Wraith can just free scale for free.
In like comp games, you'll have four slowing hexes that just track down your rate the whole game, kind of thing.
Exactly,
Do
yes.
you
It's so much
so
harder.
yeah, I kind of been on the mindset of like kind of the three most broken items currently, and I've kind of landed on like slowing hex, veil walker, and curse that I see in most and
Yep,
almost every game. Do you
yep.
agree with that? Do you think a majority of heroes should be buying that, or I guess for veil walker it
I
could be more
agree. I agree.
situational?
First, I agree with I agree with Sony Hexa and Veil Walker for sure.
Okay.
Curse is definitely OP. Actually, scratch. Okay, I should say I think Slays and Curse are OP on every character. Veil Walker is situational only because like a lot of characters cannot afford to spend 3K
Yeah.
on Invis when like a lot of times they just like walk forward anyway. Doesn't make a difference.
Okay. And
But
then
yes,
what's your overall tip, would you say, in all the games that you've played that the next player pushing Eternus could help win them more? Like what would you tell them? Is it just a look
I
inward?
would I would say just being chill and positive. A lot of people are just very angry all the time. The more angry you get, the more tilted you get, the worse you'll play, no matter what.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Doesn't matter
fair.
who you are. Like
Yeah.
if you get tilted, bro, it just gets like it's just always you always play worse.
The vibe
Like I
nukes.
can get tilted sometimes too and just get bored, but like I'm not gonna just like yell at my teammates and get mad. Like there's no point. It's not even worth it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of lobbies that it's just like a vibe nuke, and you just even if you're winning, the vibe nuke happens off of one misplay, and you just start losing after that.
Yeah.
All right.
Mods are everything in Deadlock. Mods are everything in every game, but I think it matters the most in Deadlock because Deadlock's a game where the shifts can happen like instantly. Like you could be up like 20k, then you get Rift, then you get Walker, and now you're even, and then it gets worse,
No, the
and then
comeback
everything
mechanics are
starts
super strong.
snowballing.
Yeah.
Like it's so common for that to happen that people don't even understand that every game is winnable. I've always said that you can win almost every game in. Actually, I would say every MM game is winnable, 100%. In comp, it's a little harder. I can't lie, but in MM is definitely just like you can win every game no matter what is happening.
Do you
Oh,
think you can reach it as solo queue, or do you think duo queue is the way?
I was gonna get into that in a second.
Okay.
I think that if you want to win, if you want to get to the turns fast, you should do a queue. But I definitely think that if I solo, I would get Eternus no matter what. The difference is that would I be the first Eternus or would I be the 100th Eternus? Because solo queue is just significantly harder, right? Well, everyone's dual queuing, so like if you're not dual queuing, you're just playing as a dual queues. It's not like oh you solo and then like it's just normal games. This is you're playing as our duos as well. Like
Yeah.
dual games are just the same as dual games. I would say are fair. I would say solo games are just unfair. If that's how I would
Yeah.
describe it, right?
I think there's only
People don't realize that solo queues is a handicap and duos is normal games.
true. I think there's only one person I know that's even trying the solo queue, and that's Zera, and I think he just reached a turn. Not a turn. He just reached Ascendant. Actually,
Yeah,
I
I think
don't think.
listing's also up there too.
Oh, really? Has Lister only
I
the
think
solo queuing?
yeah, I think listing's higher though actually.
Oh,
But
okay.
again, like I said, he plays tanks. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
sure.
this tank
Space
is
creators.
OP. If you play tank, you are more likely to win because again, the odds that RT is a good tank player is like really low too. I think one of the roles that people just suck at too. So you naturally, if you are a good tank player, can climb. Could you just outpace the other tank player?
Do you have any socials? Obviously, I'm going to already plug in your tier list or anything. Anything that you wanted to promote?
Just a stream in the tier list at Crayon underscore FPS on Twitch and on Twitter it is Crayon FPS no underscore.
All right, sweet. Any final thoughts closing out on how to get to rank, like reach Eternus, or you about to
Um,
cover everything you wanted to?
uh, I would also say like you should just enjoy the grind. Like if you don't enjoy playing the game, then like take a break. One of the most common things people say is that like when they're losing a lot, they're just mad and upset and annoyed, right? Just take a break. It's not that serious. Me personally, I could probably play like 10 to 20 games straight and not really care. It doesn't really matter about the outcome to me. But for a lot of people, if you lose 2 games, like just take a break. I used to have this rule in Valorant because I didn't like that game was like I would play 2 games and if I win both games, I'll play another one. If I lose any of those games, I'll get off. Like setting clear goals or like expectations for yourself is like really important. And also, don't compare yourself to other people. Like if you see like your friend is like Phantom and you're still an Oracle, like it's not that big a deal. You can get there if you actually work for it.
It's fair. I know in you talked about Valorant. I had a lot of Valorant friends who had the rule where if you lose 3 in a row, you get off for the day. Do you follow similar rules like that, or is it
Not in
just different from
Deadlock.
every
In Valor,
person?
yes.
Okay.
In Valor, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know that's very common. All right. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate your time. It's been super fun, of course, and yeah, congrats again on reaching rank 1. Do
Yeah,
you plan on
likewise.
putting in the same amount of hours, or are you starting to lean back now that you hit it, or is it just another day in the office for you?
Uh, I'm lean back. It's just there's no one else in Eternus, so there's nothing really to compete against. For me, I love the grind. So like, if there's no treadmill to run on, I don't really
Oh,
like feel it.
that's fair. That's fair.
Right,
Competitor,
right now it's
matchmaking
just the
competitor.
wall.
All
Yep.
right, sweet. Once again, I appreciate it. That's kind of all the questions I had for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more Deadlock educational content. Also leave a comment below on what you want to see in future videos.